Good afternoon, Genesys gamers. I'm MBT, and this is 100-point playtesting. Well, we've got a few weeks of results from the most recent Genesys events, and I think we can all say with certainty that after dozens of Blitz hits, Blitz is still the best deck in the room. Now, this isn't a bad thing. When it comes to top dogs, something's got to take the slot, and I'd much prefer this to Invoked. And at least there's a couple of different ways to build the deck. Case in point, BLITZCLIQUE Sprite.
Want a Sprite cranberry?
So here's the list. As always, I'll give you a background about the archetype, a little bit of a discussion about what I hope the deck can do, and of course, the card by card. But first, this video is sponsored by Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Deck. Genesys is out of beta. This year, attendance at the WCQ will require an invite. That's right, you can no longer just show up. Devastating news to the Farfians in the audience. But I've got your back. Deck lists, tournament reporting, and the easiest way to construct a pointed list await on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Deck. I've been proud to partner with the premier way to prepare for events for nearly a decade, and as Yu-Gi-Oh! Transforms, so have they. Today's list, and hundreds of others, are available at today's sponsor. So whether you're starting your Genesys journey or aiming for the top, check out www.ygoprodeck.com. Now back to the video. With that, let's get back to BLITZCLIQUE. BLITZCLIQUE is a deck that's almost tailor-made for Genesys. A low ceiling, a minimal amount of interactions, just underneath the power level for advanced, and walled by a point system from playing an annoying floodgate. After the adjustment that added like 60 extra points to this strategy, duelists had to make a decision about what they'd play. I should note, the more successful version of this deck just maxes out on all names, including Emmy, and calls it a day, but your other option is this, to throw in the sprites for better turn 1 boards, more whisker activations, and the subtle condescension you get to experience turning your nose up on those pure Blitz meta sheep. So with that, let's get into the card by card. We have got 3 copies of Grain, 1 copy of Emmy, 3 Sprite Blue, a Red, and a Carrot. We can still technically search Thunder King the Lightning Strike Kaiju, so we're playing the 1 of, and 2 Step Leader. This is usually a 3 of. We've got 2 copies of MST and 1 Pair Bear Scare, followed by 3 Alternator and 1 Return Stroke, and that concludes our unpointed cards. That's right, we are playing 21 things with points, including 2 Extravagance, 3 Whisker, 1 Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill, triple Hideout in the Sky Column, triple Surge BLITZCLIQUE, 3 Crackle, 3 Ghost Ogre, and 3 Breakaway. And the extra, now unbound from our shackles of 7th Tachyonery, we're just playing a bunch of targets for Waking the Dragon. Flower Guardian Light Flare, Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, and Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. You don't need to be playing all these, I just thought it would be funny. We've got Debunks, Waking the Dragon, the other PBS, Mystical Space Typhoon, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, and 2 targets and 3 Vidos in the board. So with that, let's check out a match. Our match is up against 3 Slop, and we are going first. Now, when going first, this deck can put up boards that seem kind of innocuous. Not very powerful, but really they obfuscate like 50 or 60 points of interaction. Case in point, we're going to begin with a copy of Pot of Extravagance, and then follow it up with a Column. We'll Column to give our opponent a copy of a Mech Beast token, and snag a Grain to the grip. We'll use the effect of the Grain on the Column to summon itself, and then afterwards we can special summon out this copy of Carrot, and special summon out this copy of Whisker to trigger the Grain and the Column. They will activate DD Crow on the Column, but we'll just grab Breakaway, set a card, and pass back to our opponent. They'll draw for turn, and begin with a copy of Decayed Cloak. After legal cheating that sucker to their side of the field, they'll activate the effect, at which point we can go for Crackle in order to pop it. We will trigger the effect of the Grain here as they grab a Solarlit, and we can actually answer all parts of this Solarlit and choke them on a normal summon. From here, they're going to go for the Solarlit effect, specialing it out. We will Ghost Ogre that as they go for Umbrage Veil. Then we'll activate the effect of Crackle as they activate the effect of Umbrage Veil, which we can negate with the Sprite Carrot. From here, they could go for Mean Merciless. We can negate that with the Whisker BLITZCLIQUE, and that's the normal, so there's probably not too much else they can do. From here, they'll Scoop, and we'll go next. So that's how the deck performs on the play, but what does it do on the draw? More, shockingly. This is not a great hand. The Pot of Extravagance is going to have to save it. Hopefully the Ghost Mourner and the MST will be enough to make it to turn 2, at which point we can totally pop off. Our opponent's going to begin with a DD Crow into a Grand Breakout into a Mean Merciless. They'll activate the effect. We will Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill, and they will pass. Looks like it was bad for the pair of us. We draw a Column, which is full combo, if you insist. We'll go for this Pot of Extravagance, then followed up with Step Leader. They will Ghost Ogre it, so we'll summon out the Crackle and go for Column. We'll activate the Column effect, giving them a token and grabbing a Surge BLITZCLIQUE. Then afterwards we can activate the effect of the Surge BLITZCLIQUE, popping the Mean Merciless to trigger the effect of our Crackle and the effect of our Step Leader and the effect of our Mystical Space Typhoon on the Unbreakable Xyz Barrier. Ouch. We'll go for the effect of Surge here, grab ourselves a Whisker, then afterwards we can Whisker to pop this sucker, activate the effect of the Breakaway in Graveyard, and I think this is, if not lethal, damn close. 2K, 23, 35. We'll put them at a cool 200, which means we can go Breakaway for Alternator in order to grab Emmy, and then Emmy summon herself from the hand for the last remaining points of of damage. How silly. So we're back with the deck, and yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's unbelievable. Let's do the pros and cons. First, the pros. 1, the deck is really powerful. Still, that's the thing about changing the point values, but not the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop is still there. 2, your points are bad, but they're not awful. Since you don't really use the extra, you get to play some ridiculous consistency tools like Extrav or just pimp out a hand trap suite. And 3, man, nothing in this format beats Whisker. And the cons. 1, the deck's a little less consistent than I'd like. I don't know if more Emmy and no sprites would even help. Nothing in this deck is like a starter per se, except for almost exactly the field spell. 2, you are still pretty clearly the best deck in the room in a wide field, so a lot of people are going to dedicate a majority of their side deck slots to beating you specifically. And 3, they're also going to learn little tricks. Clogging the board, Vidos, as familiarity builds, this is going to get less free. All in all, really good sign for the deck that the biggest knock against it is people are going to start knowing that you're as good as they think.